Yo everyone, welcome to the Pack to Glory. This is episode 14 and this is the team we're starting today's episode with. That Prime Pele pack pull from last episode, if you did miss it, make sure to go and check it out. I'm still in shock that we got him, but we're going to be taking this team into FUT Champs. Last episode we played one game and we won 1-0, so we're currently 1-0, and today's episode is going to have the rest of the 19 games in. Getting into the games, we go 1-0 down almost instantly in the second game as Alawarin passes into Del Piero. Then 2-0 down a few minutes later with Del Piero curling it in from the edge of the box. We end up going 3-0 down and then a fourth with Bruno Jimenez just travelling it round the keeper, and that's when we decide to rage quit. So 1-1 into game number 3. We go behind again. Marco van Basten left all alone in the penalty box. But we managed to get back in the game as Del Piero feeds Pele. He gets past his man into space and smashes straight past the keeper. 1-1. But then my opponent gets the ball out wide to Nedved, who crosses into Van Basten, who rises higher than my centre-backs and heads home to make it 2-1. We then get a bit lucky with the penalty here as I try to cut inside the man. I think it's a bit lucky if I'm honest. And we end up converting the penalty for 2-2. My opponent then takes the lead again, this time from a corner. This game was very infuriating. But 90th minute, we've made changes. Pele in behind to Diaby. I keep composed. I bore over keeper. Maybe get a bit lucky with the finish, but we equalise. Then going into extra time, he gets in behind. My player's knackered. Alawarin smashes across goal and he takes the lead. And he goes on to win this game 5-4 in extra time. It's a record 1-2. Into game number 4 we go. He gets in behind with Werner. My defence can't catch up, and rather than shooting, he squares it to Torres, who puts home for 1-0. We end up equalising for our first goal with Roberto Carlos of the club with this free kick from just outside the box. I go for power, smashed it round the keeper. But then, if you've seen on my channel, the best goal I've scored on FIFA, Roberto Carlos, I knuckleball it, bang. Straight in the top corner. That spin, I went mental. I wish I was recording. But then 2-1 up, we get in behind with Pele, speed past Hummels, you can't catch him, and I just shoot past the keeper to go 3-1. My opponent gets one back to make it 3-2, but then a long ball over from Del Piero into Pele, holds off his man, smashes home for 4-2, and we go on to win this game 4-3, bringing the record to 2-2. On to game number 5. We start with Del Piero picking the ball up, playing a beautiful ball in behind to Forlan, 1-on-1, and he chips it over the keeper. This game ended up going 2 extra time. It was a very close game, 6-5 up in extra time. We played it over the top to Lundberg, who was in behind. I waited for the keeper movement and I smashed it near post. We ended up winning that game 7-6, so the opponent did get one back, but that gave us 3 wins from 5. Let's hope we can get that 11 wins. But as we move into the next game, we were 2-0 down. My opponent made it 3-0. And so we just quit. Because at this stage, I just wanted to get the losses out of the way quickly because we weren't coming back. Into the next game, we took the lead. Del Piero back heel, back to Pele. And Pele does what Pele does, smashes at home. But then unfortunately, we're 3-1 down. The defence was all over the place. I tried to play offside. It didn't work. Mbappe in behind, 4-1. So we ended up forfeiting that 3-4. Looking to get an even record, we go into the next game, 2-2 after 18 minutes, a heel-to-heel from Pele, and he smashed home. Then 25 minutes in, we got a free kick, he got a man sent off, and before we could even take the free kick, we changed it to Roberto Carlos, ready to knuckleball it, and randomly, he quit. So we got level back 4-4. Game number 9, the sweat was real. Jairzinho, Mbappe sprinting in behind, chipped it over my keeper, and I had absolutely no chance. I really thought we were going to get absolutely smashed this game, but we managed to get one back with Pele. I fake shot it around his recovering defender and smashed it near post. We managed to go on to win this game as Del Piero played in Forlan in behind, and he smashed home to make it 4-1. And pause button was pressed, and I got the win. I was very surprised because he had Mbappe, Jairzinho, a very sweaty team. And as we go into the next game, looking for back-to-back wins, we end up conceding quite a nice goal from El Shaarawy, took it home into the bottom corner. Then not long into the game, we ended up going 3-0 down. I tried to guess where he was going to finish. I got it wrong. He goes 3-0 up, so I pause and quit. 5-5. At this point, I was raging. My defence has been all over the place so far in this champs run. But as we go into game number 6, look at this skill moves from Forlan. All this on his own, threw it straight from kickoff, 1-0, 1.5 minutes in. But after that beautiful goal by Forlan, he goes down the other end, Cruyff cross to cross, and Torres volleys home. We then get the ball Forlan, play the ball through to Pele, stops the ball, then a nice skill move, getting his acceleration going before he smashes across the goal to give us 2-1. The opponent then pauses and quits at 2-1, which I was very surprised at, so that makes it 6-5. Then going into game number 12, Forlan through for Del Piero, gives us a 1-0 lead as he finesses it round the keeper. This was the start of a crazy run of games, as Pele gets the ball, plays it in behind for Del Piero for number 2, before Forlan plays in Del Piero to complete his hat-trick, finesse it round the keeper, 3-0, as the pause button is pressed, and we get back-to-back wins, 7-5. Then Pele goes through, I accidentally mess it up, but then I keep my cool and finesse it round the keeper to make it 1-0. Then this stupid goal from Ginola happens, edge of the box, finessed after a corner. I was fuming. But Del Piero played in behind Forlan, and Forlan smashes across goal. You know it's going in to make it 2-1. We then get a little bit lucky. The corner comes in, Pele misses his header, and Damian's there just to put it past the keeper. 3-1. Then Forlan, nice bit of dribbling there and smashes home, as always, across goal to make it 4-1, and we end up winning that game 6-4, which puts us on 8 wins from 5. 1 needed for 9 wins. As we play Pele through to take the lead in the next game, 1-0. Then Del Piero plays it through again, almost identical finish with Pele for 2-0. My opponent gets back in the game at 5-3 before Forlan plays through for Del Piero. He goes around the keeper, scores to make it 6-3. My opponent's had enough. He pauses and quits, which gives us 9 wins. The first target I really had 4-foot champs. But as we push on 4-11 wins, I look for Del Piero over the top. I get a bit lucky in the end because the defender just run into each other basically, and then Del Piero squares it for Pele to make it 1-0. Plays the ball into Del Piero around the corner to Forlan. I end up holding the ball up, then going back to Del Piero and smashing home with his right foot. We then add a third goal before then play Pele. Gets played through and I chip it over the keeper, makes it 4-0, and my opponent's had enough and quits, which means we need 1 win from 5 to get 11 wins, which is what we get on the normal account. We end up taking the lead in the deciding game. Pele down the wing, he holds the ball up, plays it into Pele, and he puts it past the keeper. 1-0. Can we get 11 in this game? We end up conceding Declan Rice into Miroslav Klose. Can't believe Miroslav Klose in champs. Couldn't believe it. Much better than facing Mbappe every game. Before then going down the wing, he cuts it back and smashes home to make it 2-1. 75 minutes on the clock, Cal turns his man, plays the ball in behind to Pele, and Pele through on goal is only going to have one outcome, smashed past the keeper, 2-2. Then 5 minutes left, I'm very lazy defending, try to play my way out, and a nice fake shot from him, and he beats me 3-2. Very different team, so I didn't mind losing that game, but I definitely think we should have won. Can we get 11 in the next game? We start the next game off on the wrong foot as Bernardo, some absolute mental dribbling. I don't know how he kept hold of the ball there. Put it home. A very nice goal from him. Before we then get back in the game with Forlan smashing across the goal, 1-1. We then press high as we always do. Pele in behind, through on goal. There's only going to be one outcome. Smashed it near post this time. And then we double our advantage with Pele into Forlan, smashed it over 4-2. Surely this is 11 wins. Then 4-3, he got one back before Pele, a little bit of a flick, and then look at this finish. What a hit from Pele. 5-3. And then 6-3 up, we end up getting the all-important 7th goal, which a chip over keeper. The pause button is pressed. We win just what we wanted, 11 wins. So I went to go and give my wins away, and in the end, the first person we went to give a win away then gave us the win instead. So I decided, okay, I guess we might as well try and go for 14. We'd have to win every game, so I didn't think it was likely. But there we go, the free win given. Then into game number 19 to try and get 14 wins. We ended up taking the lead 1-0. We then pressed high, cross from Pele, nice volley from Forlan to go 2-0 up. My opponent got back in the game at 5-4. We then ended up going down the wing, a long ball over the top to Forlan. He gets right ahead of the keeper, goes 6-4 with 15 minutes left. The pause button's pressed, and we get 13 wins. Into the final game, this guy was very good and very sweaty. Mbappe, as you see there, walked through our team, and then Garincha away from Darmian. The defense just falling apart. Against these top players, this defense is just nowhere near good enough. And then from a corner, Sergio Ramos rises the highest, and my defense is nowhere to be seen, and I was really rattled by this point. Managed to get a goal back, Pele intercepting, playing the ball into Del Piero. I played it across, and Forlan taps home. We then, 5 minutes later, Forlan in behind to Mkhitaryan. I end up chipping the keeper, and we end up going 3-2. I think maybe we could. But as we pushed forward, the last 10 minutes, Mbappe plays the ball to Alawiran. He tries to sprint past Bremer. I end up defending it, and then just lazily passing again and giving the ball away. 4-2. And that is how the game ended, 4-2. So unfortunately, we finished on 13-7, which is still pretty much what I get on my normal account. So I'm very happy to get 13-7. There we go. Rank 5 achieved. Come on. Let's get straight into it. Oh, I don't even know who we want. We just need to improve defense. That's what we need. If not, some good fodder. Acuna. 90 raid. We might have to just go fodder, you know. Because it's Acuna or Hermoso. We're 6 foot. I'm not liking the short defenders. So we're going to go Acuna. Feel like Hermoso might pop again, but Acuna won't. 87 rated fodder. Last one. 87 rated fodder again in Thuram. Right, can we get lucky here? Kyle Walker. Come on. Two informed 87 rated. We're gonna go Thuram. What the hell? Probably should have gone Uribe actually, but we've already packed him, so that's why we didn't. And then into the store we go. Premium Team of the Week pack. Like I said, I don't even know who's even in this Team of the Week. It doesn't matter because we're not even going to get a board from it. Oh, like a walkout. 2 informed up to the transfer list, which we can get rid of if we need. 50k pack. Here's a board. Nothing more than that though. Oh, what a stinger of the 50k pack. 383s. That is grim. And last but not least, the ultimate pack. Come on. Inform. Don't know who it is. France. Right wing. Elise. Absolute baller in real life. Michael Elise. But I don't think he's going to be used on this game with that 3-star weak foot now. It's 30k. But we don't sell anything on this, so we will probably just be fodder unless we decide to sell. But that's going to be it for episode 14. There are no changes to the team at the moment due to the rewards being a bit stinky. But if you have enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. If you've missed any of the episodes, they're all available on my channel. I do apologise for the lack of uploads in the last few days, but we'll try and get an episode up sooner next time.